Good evening, everyone. So, I welcome you all to the third session of Current Affairs, which is also a part of the 90 days Catalyst course that we are running for various prelims and departmental exams, which are conducted from or by APSC, that is Assam Public Service Commission. সকলোৱে শুনা পাইছে? I hope I'm totally audible. The screen is clear. Yes? Let me know in the chat session so that we can proceed further. Okay. Okay, so Ami already from the point of view of international relations and from the point of view of economics, কেইটামান দুটা ক্লাছ কৰিছোঁ আৰু কেইটামান current affairs already we have discussed. So today we will discuss this we have already done. We will discuss and start from this news where Sweden becomes 38th country to join Artemis records. Although not a very significant, I would say not a very significant news, but just because it was in the news of April, May, tarik asile karne we have added this here. So let's just, yeah, one second. Okay, let me go back to the slide. Yeah, so there's one important point, although from prelims and from mains point of view, okay, and for very different other departmental exams, this particular point is very important. The outer space treaty, you can go and check later on what is outer space. Basically amar at a history as regarding outer space, ever since man has reached, or human or scientific development has reached the outer space, we have seen that many of the, let's say, unexplored discoveries লাগিলে সেইটো moon hawk লাগিলে সেইটো news or that particular information, let's say whether it comes from the Mars or from the other satellite galaxies, anything and everything, ever since we have known, or ever since science has reached the outer space, we know that every single country is trying to make or trying to be independent in their space accomplishments. ঠিক আছে, from the starting, let's say from NASA to ESA, everything আমাৰ ইছৰো হৈ গ'ল, জাপান হওক, the চাইনা হওক, বা ধৰি লওক আপোনালোকৰ নৰ্মেল এতিয়া আজিকালি দিনত ইৰাণ, ইজৰাইল, ইভেন দ্য চাউথ এছিয়ান কাণ্ট্ৰিজ, লাগিলে আপোনাৰ ভিয়েটনাম, থাইলেণ্ড, every single country is trying best. Whether they have succeeded or not is a different thing, but space exploration is one of the most important, I would say, scientific research that is going on in every single country. In our country itself, ISRO is the leading organization, but there is a very big, I would say, disadvantage that comes out of the space exploration, and that is space debris. আপোনালোকে নিশ্চয় এইটো কথা শুনিছে, space debris. Okay, I'll write it properly. Space debris. DEBIR. Debris is nothing but broken pieces, but any sort of remnant যোনটো আমি in normal sense কেতিয়াবা আমি suppose construction হৈ যোৱাৰ পিছত যোনটো ধূলি, মাটি, gravel, sand, soil যিখিনি থাকি যায়, those are nothing but debris. In the case of space also, whenever a satellite is commissioned, whenever a rocket is commissioned, so you must have seen যেতিয়া আমাৰ spaceৰ rocket launching hoy, you must have seen that the rocket shoots up and it leaves behind কেইটামান part atmosphere এৰি দিয়ে. So have you ever wondered what might have happened to those particular parts? Or let's say if they go into the satellite, into the space, the satellite also leaves or deassociates with some of its part. So in the as the satellite leaves, as the satellite enters the space, we know that in space there is no gravity. Although in atmosphere, যেতিয়ালৈকে earth atmosphere ভিতৰত আছে, gravity ধৰি পেলাই সেই গোটেই component either oceans বা seas ত পেলাই দিয়ে. So those are either collected, those debris at least are collected, or they are reutilized হওক বা decomposed হওক, সেই গোটেইখিনি ডিকমিশ্যন কৰি দিয়া হয় via space companies or the space organization, right? But in case of when it reaches the space, when it reaches the outer space, there is no gravity. So that whatever debris is created, whatever components are released or not required by the satellites, those are remnant, or those are remaining in the space itself, and those are little or whatever components are there, those are called the space debris. And that particular debris is now causing another kind of pollution that we see. Hey, debris hini in the space, there's a pollution, there's a particular pollution, and has been a concern for the scientists or for the space community from the last 10 to 15 years. Iman satellites, Iman decommission hoy every year, if you know, after 10 years, after 12 years, the satellites become defunct or the satellites become dysfunctional. So they cannot be brought back to earth, right? Amar কোনো তেনেকুৱা কাৰ্গো বা তেনেকুৱা স্পেচ আনাৰ স্পেচৰ ডেব্ৰি আনা বা স্পেচৰ আনইউজ satellites খিনি আনাৰ একো ধৰণৰ কাৰ্গো বা একো ধৰণৰ আমাৰ steps বা provision নাই. So in that scenario, the particular components, they stay back in the space itself, লাগিলে এইটো unutilized হওক, decommissioned hawk, but এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ space station which are no longer functional, anything can be in that purview. Okay, so in that scenario there were many particular, I would say, like diplomacies hawk বা আমাৰ sets of principles hawk, binding principles hawk, exploration guidance hawk, এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কিছুমান বস্তু আমি last 15-20 years দেখো. তাৰে এটা first and foremost, which is the treaty which is most important, is the Outer Space Treaty, which was in 1967. So you can imagine it has been a problem since 1967, but last 10 to 15 years this has become a grave problem, like I said, because every single country is trying to achieve or trying to be space. In case of space, they're trying to be accomplished at their own indigenous level. Okay, so Artemis Accords is one of those accords which talks about the Outer Space Treaty. India is a signatory. Apnalokor jodi exam or question ahe, then the question would be India is a signatory to the Artemis Accords, and which is the latest country which is a part of this particular accord, that is Sweden. Okay, so that basis to Artemis Accords or basis to hoise, it was a part of, or it would say, I would say, a part or a derivation of the Outer Space Treaty, which was in 1967. It's a non-binding set of principles. See, non-binding means no country, whenever the particular country is a signatory, they are not bound to follow the guidelines or principles. Even if they don't follow the guidelines or principles, then no legal sanctions or any kind of sanctions will be put upon them. Hey Babe, a particular term to put important from prelims point of view, they'll add up in this statement. The Artemis Accord by Outer Space Treaty, these are binding treaties, okay, but these are non-binding treaties or non-binding principles. Okay, what did they guide? They guide the space exploration, and that too civil space exploration. Now yate apnalok ei duta word monot rakhibo, they'll give you the treaty, they'll give you the options. So what is this treaty about? So you have to remember, this is a non-binding principle, a set of principles. What does it guide? It guides space exploration, in particular civil space exploration. Okay, and this is a general statement. India is a signatory. Tate last likhi dibo, India is not a signatory, India is a signatory. So this is important. This was actually a different one. Okay, anyway, okay. So this was all about the space tech and one information that we have received in the recent times. All right. Next is trends in world military expenditure. So this trend will not be directly asked to you. Yate amar eta important component hoise CIPRI. This was asked in, I think, 2020 juntu APSC exam asile tate aisile. Yar full form to apnaloke please monot rakhibo, CIPRI. What is it related to? It is related to, or it is an independent international institute which is dedicated to research in conflict, armaments, arm controls, and disarmament. Okay. According to this report, India is the fourth largest military spender. A numbers bila ketyao nuhude. Sorry, but they are going to ask the rank. They are going to ask what are the other countries which are before India. For example, they'll just say US, China, France, and India are the four largest military spenders in the world. The answer would be wrong. Why? Because France nahi tate. The answer would be US, China, Russia, and India. Okay, because all of these countries, if we see all of these countries, Israel, Russia, China, US, these are all military very equipped. Okay, they export their products, defense products. So কেতিয়াও এইটো বস্তু আমাৰ কনফিউজনত নহাকে নাথাকে যে ইজৰাইল যদি দি দিয়ে তো উইল বি শিয়ৰ, বিকজ ইট ইজ ডেফিনেটলি আমাৰ বাবে, ইণ্ডিয়াৰ বাবে ডিফেন্স ৰিলেশ্যনছত ওৱান অফ দ্য টপ মোষ্ট প্ৰায়ৰিটিজ হয় উইথ ইজৰাইল. চ' ইজৰাইল দিলে আপোনালোক কনফিউজ হৈ যাব, বাট ৰিমেম্বাৰ দেট in terms of spenders, Israel, Iran, Japan, they stand nowhere. Japan to nai baru, but anyway. So the top three countries are US, China, and Russia, followed by India. So this combination you have to remember. This is a very important topic because already ahi goise APSC prelims 2020 around it. CIPRI kotha eta asile. So full form you should remember: Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. What is it about? It was established in 1966, and it is an independent international institute dedicated to research. Okay, dedicated to research. Just remember the keywords: armaments and disarmament. Okay, arms control. It's an independent international institute which conducts research on armaments control, arms control, disarmament. What is India's ranking according to the latest military expenditure report? It is fourth. Second was say a report to the which of the particular organizations they release this report, the World Military Expenditure Report. It is CIPRI. Okay, so these are very basic informations. Everything is mostly revolving around information, so make sure that you keep a note of these a notes খিনি আপোনালোকে single handed ke holo one liner ke holo banai rakhibo, because in exams in prelims they're not going to ask you very in depth information, they're going to ask you only superficial information. Superficial মানে এনেকুৱা নহয় যে আপোনালোকে ডিফেন্স ৰিলেটেড গোটেই যিমানখিনি এক্সচেঞ্জ হৈছে বা যিমানখিনি মিলিটাৰী our expenditure is a tar note like no, all you need to know is a superficial knowledge that a general awareness economico the fourth largest military spender wababe India has got the ranking. And what is it according to which particular report has mentioned that? It is mentioned by the Trends in World Military Expenditure Report, okay, released by CIPRI. All right, let's move on to the next. Agni Prime successfully flight tested. Very, very important. It's a new generation ballistic missile. Very, very important. You have to remember this. Yate hudiba apna duta information. Agni Prime. Okay, this is a ballistic missile. Okay, Agni Prime. And who is it? Who has like successfully tested this? It was DRDO. Okay, this you have to remember. These are key points which will come as it is. Yat কোনো ধৰণৰ concept, ইয়াত কোনো ধৰণৰ আপোনালোকৰ excessive information নাহে, কোনটো year, date, never. That will never come. You should just remember what kind of missile it is. It's a new generation ballistic missile, and it was the test was conducted by DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization. তাত আপোনালোকক কেইবাটাও দি দিব, DRDO, ISRO, okay, then let's say any other NASA, ESA, তেনেকৈ বহুত ধৰণৰ আপোনালোকৰ option di দিব, but you have to remember the answer would be DRDO. Okay, where was it? The test, where was it conducted from? It was conducted from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island. Islands will have a question bahut kom hode until unless they don't have good information, or let's say if they don't have a particular specific information বা ইমান ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট যদি বাকীখিনি নহয় তেতিয়া আইলেণ্ডৰ কথা সুধিব পাৰে। বাট আইলেণ্ডতকৈ যদি বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কিবা ইনফৰ্মেশ্যন অলৰেডি আছে about the particular flight or missile, then they are going to ask about it. For example, here DRDO, that it is a ballistic missile. So those are important information. So island kotha hudibo pare. Okay, still you can make a note of it that it was released or it was conducted by the DRDO from the APJ Abdul Kalam Island. Strategic Forces Command. This is, I don't believe this will be asked. It was just for information. It was conducted by SFC. Iman particularly kundu command use korche tetu teneke nuhude. Okay. Next, again another technology, that is ITCM, which is Indigenous Technology Cruise Missile. Again, cruise missile, which is a long range subsonic. So these parts you should remember. Now, regarding the different types of missiles and everything, this we are going to do in our যোনটো আমাৰ পেইড কোৰ্চ আছে তাতে আমি কিছুমান static related general awareness related ক্লাছখিনি ৰাখিম। So তাতে কৰা হ'ব। Right now, because of shortage of time, we are only going to discuss the major news. তেনেকৈ in depth বা background of the major terms বা যোনটো general awareness related polity, history, economics, science and technology discussion থাকিব, that we will do mostly in our separate classes, which is not a part of current affairs. Okay, so if you want to, you can just go and Google it. তেনেকৈ বহুত বেছি subsonic missile কি হয় তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ একো ইনফৰমেশ্যন নাহে, নুশুধে কেতিয়াও, বাট জাষ্ট ফৰ আণ্ডাৰষ্টেণ্ডিং চ' দেট বস্তুখিনি ইজিলি মনত থাকে, ইউ শুড ন'। অ'কে, anyway, here this is important. The successful test ITCMR, that is important because Chandipur, Orissa, this has been so much as in news recently. So this you should remember. Kopra Korisile, the missile similar to Nirbhay showcased low altitude sea skimming flight with all subsystems performed as expected. Not so necessary. This you can skip. Pune Korisila again, DRDO's which division? The AD. So even if you don't remember the establishment, the division, you should remember the main organization, that is DRDO. Aru etu ki hoy basically, it's long range subsonic cruise missile. Okay, gas turbine research establishment, propulsion system asile, all of this is not so required. But just for information, I've added this here so that you get a holistic idea of whatever the component was. Okay, so we have done three news so far. I'll just come back to it again. Sweden becomes the 38th country to join Artemis Records Accords. Okay, what is Artemis Accords? It is related to Outer Space Treaty. Is India a signatory? Yes, India is a signatory. And next is Trends in World Military Expenditure Report. Who releases, which organization releases this particular report? It is SIPRI, the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. What does it do? Research on armaments, arms control, and disarmament. Okay, anything related to military armaments. According to it, what is the India's rank? India's rank is fourth after three particular countries. What are those countries? US, China, and Russia. Second is a Agni Prime missile. This was successfully conducted or successfully tested by the DRDO organization, okay, Defense Research and Development Organization. And what is this missile? This missile is a ballistic missile. Similarly, another missile, that is ITCM, the Indigenous Technology Cruise Missile. Where was this conducted? DRDO conducted this particular test in Chandipur, Orissa. Okay. Sometimes remember that they might ask you, okay, এই গোটেইখিনি যেনে Chandipur লগত Orissa মিলাই দিব, Chandipur লগত Andhra Pradesh মিলাই দিব, okay, APJ Abdul Kalamৰ ক'ত আছে সেই particular island to তেনেকে Sriharikota মিলাই দিব. So all of these you should know the locations. That is called general awareness. You should in general you should know what are these words, what are these places, why are they famous. তেতিয়া সেইখিনি বস্তু আপোনালোকে যেতিয়া প্ৰিলিমছত যাব বহুতখিনি ক্যান্ডিডেটে কয় যে গমে নাপাওঁ ক'ৰ পৰা কুৱেশ্যনছখিনি আহিছে, but the questions are right there in front of you. All you have to do is analyze it. Okay, so you should know where the places are, in which state it is. In particular সেইটো বিষয়ে আৰু একো নুসুধে, but in general at least you should know যে particular যদি কিবা কণ্ডাক্ট কৰা আইলেণ্ড আছে বা জেগা আছে সেইটো কোনটো ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টত আছে আৰু সেই জেগাডোখৰ নামটো কি. That's it. Okay, the details on the missiles will never come. All you have to know is what is the um, organization which conducted the test and what kind of missile it is. For example, Agni is ballistic and ITCM is long range subsonic cruise missile. Okay, so next is, yeah, again, defense exercises. Okay, these are important. Ekhini ahi thake. Either it will be some excavation exercise, either it will be some operation যেনেকে last year আমাৰ ইউক্ৰেইনৰ পৰা মানে like আমাৰ কিছুমান মানুহক আনিবলে, ইণ্ডিয়ানছক আনিবলে, there were many operations. Okay, so তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ operations and exercises, defense exercises, these are important. Operations and any kinds of exercises, these are important. Why? Because operations to we know because they will be significant jihetu eta particular international kiba eta event hoise, and that particular event to possible koribole the defense takes those steps in the form of some operations. So those will be important. Otherwise exercises are important because these are bilateral or trilateral, মানে ধৰি লওক বা মাল্টিলেটাৰেল হ'ব পাৰে, মানে দুটা কাণ্ট্ৰি একেলগে কৰিছে বা তিনিটা কাণ্ট্ৰি একেলগে এক্সাৰচাইজ কৰিছে. Okay, this is basically a platform of exchange of information. For example, if it is a trilateral exercise between the US, in our country India, and as well as let's say in Malaysia or Japan. So what happens is during that time they share their defense knowledge. Okay, for if you I think you have heard many exercises have been conducted over a period of time. Definitely আপোনালোকে GS follow কৰিলে to পাই থাকিব. So what do you think happens in those exercises? It's not like they do drills and everything, just that. No, they share knowledge, they share the information of their technologies also. For example, if I want to learn something extra, তেতিয়া আমালোকৰ কি হয়, আমাৰ in general we have seen workshops হয়, conferences হয়, right? আপোনালোকৰ কলেজৰ পৰা আপোনালোকে দেখিছে চাগে by and again, time and again, they go for trainings. So what are those? Those are nothing but what you could not learn or what you could not find it in your own space in your college, let's say in your universities. There might be something extra that will be helpful in the future. As of now you are not, or you're not getting the opportunity to access it, কিন্তু future আপোনালোকক লাগিব পাৰে কাৰণে সেই exposure to দিয়া হয়. Okay, so either you pay for it, either it is free. You go for workshops in IITs, we go for workshops in many other scientific institutes like ISCs, ISERs, etc. So in that, during that particular time, those 2 to 3 or let's say 10 days or 5 days, even for 5 days, you learn many different things which may not be in your particular universities, right? For example, kiba experimental technique hobo pare, kiba computational technique hobo pare, anything. In the same way, whatever defense techniques, for example, combat techniques হ'ব পাৰে, hand combat হ'ব পাৰে, drills হ'ব পাৰে, mock combats হ'ব পাৰে, anything. Russian যোনটো military আছে, Russian military techniques বিলাক, Indian techniques বিলাক, let's say if it is French or the France, if then the French, if okay, sorry, French military techniques খিনি. So when that particular, all those three countries, they will coincide, meet up and perform the exercise, there will be a sharing of those particular knowledges, which is otherwise very, like, যেনেকে আমাৰ আৰ্মিৰ যোনখিনি টেকনিক্স আছে, মাৰ্শাল আৰ্টছ হ'ব, those are all very discreet. তেনেকে চিভিলিয়ানছ বা নৰ্মেল আমাৰ গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট এমপ্লয়ী হওক বা নৰ্মেল আমাৰ চিভিলিয়ানছ হওক, উই ডু নট গেট এন access to those singular techniques of exercise, right? So those are very discreet, very secret. The army keeps it very much under the supervision but surveillance. So those are exchanged, though that level, that kind of information is exchanged between countries. Okay, now it might be different for different amar juntu tinta amar forces ase, it might be different for the army, it will be different for navy, it will be different for the Air Force. So, in this scenario, all you have to do is remember which particular part of the defense forces is taking part in that exercise. Either to Air Force or hobo pare, তেতিয়া আমাৰ aircraft skills বিলাক share হয়. Either to Navy hobo pare, নহলে normal আমাৰ army exercise এটা hobo pare. Okay. So, for example, this is very important exercise Gagan Shakti. Indian Air Force or hoy, okay? So like I said, you should remember je kuntu particular amar component of the defense, they are taking part in the exercise. So it is Indian Air Force. Indian Air Force code korise in Pokhran iman nuhude code korise kuntu district korise. These questions will not come, but you should remember that in between which countries ne in situ amar India ro nijor exercise hobo pare ba within between countries hobo pare, okay? Then exercise Purvi Leher hoise by Navy. Okay, this is information. This is already there. You can keep a note of it. Tiger Triumph hoise, which is again a bilateral tri-service humanitarian assistance between India and the US. Okay. Then exercise Daslik, very important. It is between India and Uzbekistan. All right. The exercise aims to this one, the same exercise. Okay, Daslik. This is very important. It bolster bilateral military cooperation, improve combined capabilities, promote interoperability. These are general statements. Okay, you don't have to go in like read in depth about it. All you have to do is remember between which country and which part of the military is involved in it. কেতিয়াবা কেতিয়াবা নাথাকিব পাৰে, joint operations হ'ব পাৰে, okay? So these are মানে এনেকুৱা হ'ব পাৰে যে they are doing everything. They are doing military operations, they are doing air force also, they are doing aircraft exchange also, they are doing navy exercises. Everything can like simultaneously go on, okay? So these are a few exercises. Those are in news since the last 2-3 months. January pa sabo gole apnaloke aru beshi pabo. Okay, so all of this was about military. All of this was about defense, science, and tech. That was in April, the month of April. We are starting with April as of now. Now let us come to a few informations on generalized informations, miscellaneous corporate, mostly environment related to first Ami Korila. Then we'll go to the these are all the information. Okay, then we'll go to some other statements, and we'll also go to political issues also. Okay, so let us complete a few of the issues related to our current affairs related to environment. Very very important from your prelims and other departmental exams. Very very important. And this news in particular, constitutionalization was it. That means a particular component has been added in the constitution. Okay, that is constitutionalization. For example, by the 73rd and 74th amendment, just an example, যেনেকে panchayati raj. Okay, panchayati raj agote আমাৰ অন পেপাৰ আছিলে, ইন ডকুমেণ্টছ আছিলে বা ইনফৰ্মেলি এটা কনচেপ্ট আছিলে, বাট ইট ৱাজ কনষ্টিটিউচনেলাইজ. দেট মিনছ as an article it was inserted in the constitution, okay, by the 73rd and 74th amendment kyo, because kiba eta bostu jodi add koribo lagibo tete the particular point, if it needs to be added in the constitution has to be changed মানে হৈছে, in formal terms we call it amendments. Okay, there are many amendments, and the 73rd যোনটো number, okay, a number যোন দুটা amendment হৈছিলে, they added the Panchayati Raj in the constitution. Okay, in the articles 243 O to 243 ZW. Okay, between those articles they have been added, and this we will do in static portion just for an idea that what is constitutionalization of environmental issues আমি যোনটো কৰিম, that a term to meaning to কি হয়, that I'm explaining. So constitutionalization in the last I think 1 or 2 months, এটা বহুত important information হৈছে about this one, Article 14 and 21 or under it, okay? The right to be free from adverse effects of climate change should be recognized. এই বস্তুটো এটা জাজমেন্ট দিয়া হৈছিলে, okay? This is a very very important issue. Right to be free from adverse effects, they will ask you under which articles, because if they have been placed, so in a recent judgment, if they are like যদি recognize করিব বুলি যদি place কৰিছে, then definitely they will be recognized in the future. So you should remember the article number under which they will be recognized. So article 14 and 21. Article 14 is nothing but right to equality. Article 21 is nothing but right to privacy, right to like to our privacy and protection আছিল আমাৰ with under the due process of law. Okay, you can go and check these articles. We will do this in our general awareness classes as part of the 90 days catalyst program. So for now you should remember that which particular two articles ক'ত আমাৰ ইনকৰ্পৰেট হ'ব, ক'ত আমাৰ দিয়া যাব সুপ্ৰিম কোৰ্টৰ জাজমেণ্টৰ মতে যে right to be free from adverse effects of climate change. Now let me tell you one thing. কাইলে বা পৰহিলে যদি আপোনালোকৰ এটা এক্সাম এনাউন্স হৈ যায়, and within 2-3 months if you have an exam, they will not post this question, or they will not give you this question য'ত এতিয়ালৈকে ডিচিশ্যনটো পেণ্ডিং আছে. Okay, so let's say you are reading some case study today. Let's say you found something in the news today, and tate likha ase that Supreme Court has given this recommendation. But Supreme Court has mentioned that in a recent judgment, they have stated that the right should be mentioned there. So these questions or these topics will not come up until the final verdict is not given. Okay, so questions are framed not on the speculation je kiba eta hobo, but why we are doing this, because in future when it happens you will remember that this was an important component that was already discussed. We should keep a track of things, but we should not এইটো question যে এক্সামত আহিব সেইটোৰ কথা নহয়, okay? এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ questions বিলাক I am just saying why, because some people what they will do is they will keep making notes of the entire case studies. যেনেকে আজি এটা জাজমেন্ট দিলে, কাইলে এটা জাজমেন্ট দিলে, পৰহিলে এটা জাজমেন্ট দিলে. So what they'll do is they'll make a note of the entire case study, and it will become around 10 to 15 pages ka note. And during exams you will start studying that, but it will be of no use. Why? Because number one, the questions will come only on the final verdict. They will not ask you about the intermediate stages. They're not going to ask you যে এইটো দিনাখন কি হৈছিলে বা এইটো দিনাখন কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ডিসিশন লোৱা হৈছিলে. Alright, they'll only ask you about questions which have been given a final verdict, and nothing or no question will come up from the intermediary stages of that particular case. যিকোনো কেছ হ'ব পাৰে, okay? For now we are dealing with this particular case, য'ত constitutionalization of environmental issues of কথাটো ওলাইছে, এইটো এক্সামত এতিয়া নাহে, but you should have an understanding that this has been placed. Tomorrow if it is constitutionalized, then you should remember the news that this is important. You don't have to make notes of this component, you make a note of the final article only, okay? Let's say tomorrow if it is constitutionalized, so the article that will come up tomorrow is the most important one. You do not have to remember the history of that particular case or that particular judgment that was going on, okay? Next, this one is an important 2023 marked 50th যদি হৈছে এইটো বছৰলৈকে কন্টিনিউ হৈ আছে, that is why I have added this. 2023 marked the 50th anniversary of Chipko movement. What was Chipko? It was it comes from the word embrace. But which community embraced it, and what did they embrace? They embraced trees, they hugged them and did not let them get cut, okay? It was led by Amrita Devi, right? It resulted in the passing of a royal decree that banned cutting off trees in Bishnoi villages. Bishnoit এটা 18th century কথা হয় এইটো, okay? Bishnoit trees কাটিবলৈ এটা royal decree pass কৰা হৈছিলে, and so this particular that decree means nothing but an order, okay? That order was like protested against, and the people, they hugged trees. তেতিয়া বহুতখিনি মানুহ হেতু কেছত sacrifice কৰিছিলে নিজকে in order to not get the trees cut, okay? So this was a mild background. This everyone knows. You can go and check also. Where was this? This was in Uttarakhand's Chamoli district, okay? So ইমান তেনেকৈ নুসুধে according about Chipko, but just for your understanding that recent যদি Chipko movement যদি কিবা আপোনালোকে নিউজ দেখে, it is only because, so sometimes হতা hai, what happens is এনেকুৱা হয় যে students বা candidates ভাবি যায় suddenly যে এইটো বস্তু কিয় হতা গল, but many incidents which were in the past, they are being asked as a part of your general affairs and current affairs. Why? Because either anniversaries, for example 50th anniversaries, 123rd anniversary, you'll find many such like days and events which will be conducted in the particular year. Okay, so those years and those events become important for that particular year. Okay, for example, in 2019, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, it was 100 years. So that important event, although it was 3 years, 4 years back, just because I could recall it, that's why I'm saying. So any such centenary, 100 years hole, 25 years hole, 50 years hole, then I can note it, but 150 chalo, okay, we can agree because Chipko movement is a very important incident. And in the recent times also, we had done one or more news on those topics. So those particular events, in the present context, যেহেতু আকৌ re-emerge হৈছে, that is why they might ask you. Okay, next. These are the important environmental movements apart from Chipko. This just for your general understanding. Okay, these are added, so you can look at it later on. Now, this is very important. SFTLC, Sustainable Finance for Tiger Landscapes Conference. So, conference of kotha teneke nohud hai. Okay, they will not ask you. Jodi conference ba kiba jodi workshop teneke in general hoy, don't worry about it. Kalir pa apnaloke jodi conference theke, don't start making a note on that. They are not going to ask you. Why is it important? Conferences in terms of environment. Okay, international conferences with a particular country. এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ যদি আপোনালোকে কিবা কনফাৰেন্স দেখে, those particular information will be very very important. For example, Sustainable Finance for Tiger Landscapes Conference, SFTLC, this was hosted by Bhutan government, so this is important. And why? Because it is for an environmental concern regarding the Tiger Conservation Coalition. So that is why this particular news becomes important. Why? Number one, like I said, jodi environment related conference thake, for example, UNFCCC COP. This everyone must have heard, okay? UNFCCC COP, মানে Conference of Parties যোনখিনি conference থাকে, Raisina Dialogue, এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কিছুমান national by international conferences which are held every 2-3 years or annually. Those become important. Why? Because they talk about some very environmentally or internationally grave affair. Okay, for example, Raisina Dialogue, it is mostly a dialogue between many, I would say, both diggaj or both mane from different fields, very proficient delegates come and sit for that conference, and then they discuss and decide and debate on many national and international affairs. Okay, it's an international affair, basically international conference hall. So it happens in, or it is conducted in Raisina in Delhi. So Raisina Pahar juntu ase, you can go and google it. It's a very like interesting concept also. It's a small mountain right in the heart of the city where you find the day today's parliament. It stands there. Okay, not the new one, the old one. Okay, so Raisina environmentally important তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ বা ৰাইচিনা নিচিনা যদি কিবা international conference which involves diplomats and very intellectual people from the whole world, those kind of conferences are important. So don't try to keep a track of conferences like অসমত যদি কিবা conference হৈ গ'ল, গুৱাহাটীত যদি কিবা conference হৈ গ'ল, মানে কিবা এটা trade conference হৈ গ'ল. So there's a habit that what people do is Assam Tribune ৰ পৰা গোটেইখিনি conference and গোটেইখিনি note বনাই লয়. So that will not work. You have to see what context it is. Trade related jodi kiba conference hoyu, then it will be flashing in the news, and if and when we find it, of course ami apnalokok joname, but we will discuss anyway. But on the other hand, on the contrary, if you find something on environment, plastic pollution hawk, environment hawk, e-vehicles hawk, anything can be. Recently ketaman enaka hoisle karne mo koisu. So those particular conferences are important. Plus, if it is an international conference where a particular country is involved, okay, where a specific country is involved, that conference will be important for your prelims or the exam perspective. All right, so SFTLC, I hope you'll remember. For Target Landscape Conference, yat koi dibo which country, Nepal koi dibo, Africa koi dibo, and China, India, Bhutan. Okay, they'll give you a number of options. The answer would be Bhutan. All right. Next, very very important concept, the green hydrogen. Okay, green hydrogen logot baki jonkini shades of hydrogen ase, green, blue, turquoise, gray and brown. Very very important. In the same way, we also have green water. Okay, eto apnaloke as a homework you can go and check, as an assignment you can go and check. Jodi kiba important news thake, definitely I'll come and discuss. But as of now, green hydrogen, green water because apnaloke iman information napai from prelims point of view, but regarding green water. Okay, but green hydrogen is a very very hyped up topic. You should know in and out of this topic, both from mains point of view and APC prelims, but departmental exams or two. Green hydrogen definition, and if any organization or any new project is being undertaken by the country, you should be well aware of that. Directly question nahibo pare, but it will just add up to your content. Okay, It will enrich your knowledge. So what is green hydrogen? It is electricity from renewable sources. Okay, that is used to the electricity from renewable resources, which is used to electrolyze the water and separate hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, this is basically electricity from renewable resources, and this is the keyword. Blue, turquoise, gray and brown, they have been discussed here. Not so important from prelims point of view, but you should still know যদি science and tech question আজিকালি আহে তেতিয়া তাত ভৰাই দিব পাৰে from current affairs তেনেকৈ নুসুধে gray brown green আপোনালোকে news collect কৰিব নালাগে simple definition you should know. Blue is produced from natural gas. Turquoise is produced from gas via pyrolysis. This is a particular, this is a specific কি বুলি ক'ম এইটো process. Okay, pyrolysis, it basic pyro মানে basically heat use হয়. So what does it do? It separates methane and into hydrogen and solid carbon dioxide. Okay, next is gray. Again, it is produced using natural gas. Ultimately আমাৰ component কেইটা same হয়, production to same হয়. In case of blue, turquoise and gray, the only thing is the difference in the process. So for example, in the blue one, it is via steam reformation. In turquoise, it is pyrolysis. In gray, it is by steam reformation but with no capture of carbon. Yat CC নহয় মানে carbon capture নহয়, storage নহয়. Okay, but yet in case of blue, the carbon emissions or GHG, they are stored. That is why it is also known as a cleaner form of like gray hydrogen. Okay, blue is basically the cleaner form of gray hydrogen, and brown is, it is produced from coal instead of natural gas with no carbon capture. This remains the cheapest form যোনটো এতিয়া আমাৰ হৈ আছে. Okay, so green, blue, turquoise, gray and brown hydrogen, you should know these components. The only the definitions for blue, turquoise, gray and brown. But for green hydrogen, you need to know if there are any ongoing projects, if there are new projects, or if there's any kind of current affairs related to it. Okay, so India is making strides. Of course, this is general information. And Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Okay, this is mostly the nodal authority. B বুলি কয়, BEEB. It is responsible for accrediting agencies for monitoring, verifying and certifying green hydrogen production projects. Very important. Okay, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Next is pink hydrogen. India is considering amending the Atomic Energy Act 1962 to allow private investments in the nuclear sector. So whenever you see pink hydrogen, you have to associate the term nuclear. Okay, it is generated through electrolysis powered by nuclear energy. So here we have seen power comes from renewable sources. Renewable, I think everyone knows, like for example, wind, water, right, and solar, সেইটো renewable হয়. And in this case natural gas আৰু browner case of coal. So you can see that the source is changing, or সেইটোৱে in case of pink hydrogen it becomes nuclear energy. So very important. Directly আপোনাক এইটো question সুধিব পাৰে pink hydrogen আৰু তাৰ component কি হয়. Okay, from where does it derive, or where is the electricity powered from? That is basically nuclear energy. Okay, আৰু in context of that only, clean energy and pink energy promote কৰিবলৈকে এই amendment কেইটামান আছে, which is not so very important from exam point of view. What is important from exam point of view is pink hydrogen. Since it is news, so it is expected that you should know what is pink hydrogen as well. Okay, so we can stop here for today. Let us solve before we end this session. Wait, let us do a few MCQs, just 2 or 3 MCQs for you to get an idea that whatever we have done in the previous few days. All right, one second. Yes, so these are a few MCQs that I have collected from our like Telegram polls. আমি টেলিগ্ৰামত যোনখিনি polling কৰোঁ তাতে তাৰ পৰা মই কেইটামান MCQs ইয়াতে select কৰি লৈছোঁ for general discussion, so that you get to know how to access or how to use your information from the current affairs and convert it into MCQ answering. Okay, so I think I hope you will be able to do this. You can answer the question chat option আপোনালোকে answer দিব পাৰে. Recently DRDO conducted a successful flight test of the indigenous technology cruise missile ITCM at which place? Yes, we have just discussed this. A, correct. Yeah, the answer would be Chandipur, Orissa. Okay, So এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ question আপোনালোকৰ আহিব. Recently, where was it conducted? Recently, where was it done? Recently, what was the issue? Okay. So recently word to nathakilo, you should know that the answer and the content যোনটো আপোনালোকে গোটেই নিউজটো পঢ়িব তাৰ পৰা সেই singular content কেনেকৈ উলিয়াব লাগে. I hope you're getting the idea. When we do the class, you also make an idea যে আমি exactly current affairs to পঢ়িব কেনেকৈ লাগে. So in that way, even if we miss a few news or if miss a few essential points, which we will not, but by any chance if we do, then you will get an idea যে কেনেকৈ সেই বস্তুখিনি আপোনালোকে নিজৰ ষ্টাডিত বা নিজৰ কণ্টেণ্টত ইনকৰ্পৰেট কৰিব পাৰিব. Okay. Next question. Recently, one second. Is it shown? Has the screen changed? Yes. So can you see the question now? Recently, India delivered BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles to which country? Yeah, everyone else, Manoj Patnaik, apni to exam answer D, very nice. Yes, everyone, this we had done in the very first class itself. India had delivered the BrahMos, the first set of BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles to Philippines, all right, which was discussed in the first class itself, all right. So the answer is yes, the answer is B. India delivered the first batch of BrahMos to the Philippines. Okay, so these are a few questions that we have been doing it in our um, প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে আৰু যোনখিনি আমি কৰি আছোঁ তাতে আমি অলৰেডি এইখিনি পলিং কৰি আছোঁ বাট জাষ্ট ফৰ এন এক্সাম্পল চিন্স আই হেভ ট'ল্ড ইউ ইন দ্য ভেৰি ফাৰ্ষ্ট ক্লাছ দেট উইল ডু আ ফিউ অফ দি এম চি কিউজ হোৱাট ইজ দ্য থিম অফ ৱৰ্ল্ড আৰ্থ ডে 2024? Yes. Invest in our planet, planet versus plastics, climate action, restore our earth. This we have not done so far. আমি কৰিম এইটো, but even then I've added this question just so that you get an idea. The themes pillar kindly you should remember. Yeah, the answer would be planet versus plastics. That is right. Okay, so themes you should remember. This we will do in the classes, and in the next class we'll do this. Themes and dates of particular world days. Kisman ase specific days ase. Heblako apnalokor every year theme to change hoy. He theme to monot rakhibo lage. Or every year the date is constant. That date you should remember. Okay. Yeah, the last question for today. Recently, which organization has successfully conducted a flight test of Agni Prime, a medium range ballistic missile, MRBM? Yes, the answer is yeah. Anyone else wants to attempt? Manoj Patnaik, you're right. Yeah, the answer is DRDO. Like I said, they had conducted this test on APJ Abdul Kalam Island, DRDO. Okay, so this is the answer. So this is where I would like to stop for today. We'll come up with more MCQ questions, but if you want to solve such questions, because on a daily basis we post around 20 to 25 questions on an average, sometimes it might be less or so, along with the static component in our Telegram polling sessions, which is only available for the paid candidates of 90 days Catalyst course. I'll switch on the microphone for now. If you have any questions, then you can ask regarding today's session or current affairs doubts. Yes, if you have no doubts, then we are going to close the session for today.